We're live.
Hello.
We are alive. Just.
Does the microphone work this week?
Do you want me to check it?
I feel like we do this every single time we go live. Does the microphone work?
Bear with. Yeah, it's working.
Oh, it's working.
Hello, everybody.
It didn't work when we chatted to Mel.
Welcome to our Sunday live hangout. I'm going to struggle to get through this. I'm so exhausted. We've had a busy weekend.
Yeah, we've been partying.
We went to Nottingham and met up with a bunch of friends that I did post a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
And yeah, we it got a bit messy on the Friday evening.
Didn't have a lot of sleep. Did a lot of driving yesterday. Didn't have a lot of sleep again, and then we went to a jumble trail today.
Yes. Our journey back was eventful, but not quite as long-winded and eventful as Carla and Lex, who were going back from Nottingham to Bristol, and it took them 8 hours because there was it was either a lorry or a coach fire. I think Tom reckoned it was a coach fire on the M1, which meant that we were diverted. Well, we were taking Kelly back home.
Yeah. It took them 3 hours to get out of the car park, didn't it? The
boot sale, we went to a boot sale on the Saturday, and it was right by a motorway junction, right nearby. And because everyone was coming off the motorway and getting diverted, it was chaos. You couldn't get out of the boot sale venue. Luckily, we were in an overflow car park down the road, so we actually got away quite quick.
Yeah.
But soon got into endless traffic jams, and it took us best part of an hour to get Kelly home.
Yeah, well,
anyway,
we had to take a diversion, didn't we? So it took a lot longer.
Yeah, it was fun to catch up again with the guys, and thanks so much to Kelly and Barry for hosting. It was fun, but we are now shattered.
It was muchly fun, muchly.
So anyway, we're live. We'll say a few quick hellos before we crack on. I've got some friend mail to share, some gifts that turned up, and then we've got a bit of a haul.
A little bit.
Some stuffs. So Barry's in.
He's not watching.
He's not watching. Hi Barry, you're not here. Gary, been looking forward to this all day. Good. Finishes off my Sunday just perfect after an early start booting. Good stuff. Leanne, welcome. And Adrian from Wet Chippenham in Wiltshire. Yeah, we went to a jumble trail event thing, as we like to do, and it rained.
Yeah, we got a bit wet
and rained some more. So a lot of stallholders did pack up early. Many had little gazebos out, which was good. We didn't find a lot. It was slim pickings, to be honest. Nia is in. Oh, it's just
jumped.
Bear with. Wow, lots. I can't even get back to the beginning now. So we've got Kathy, Angela, Peter Ray's
and
there.
Mark, did you say hello to Mark?
I didn't. Hi, Mark. Antoinette, I didn't realise it was you that bought the barbecue equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Until I'd printed the label off. And I was like, oh. So thank you for that. Right, a couple more. Steve, welcome. There's Alan. Okay, let's whiz to the end.
Whiz.
Right, I think I just saw Tawny Steve there. We briefly saw Steve and Alexa today.
Yeah.
And we bumped into some other viewers. Well, up in Nottingham, I think we were stopped by 4 separate people who recognised us, which was cool. A chap called Ian we had quite a chat with right at the beginning. Well, he actually paid to come back in because he saw us and he wanted to come and chat, which was lovely.
Yeah.
And then today we met a couple whose names we didn't get. Did we?
Yeah, we
which was a shame, but
we just
chatted.
As it started raining, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But quickly, so I received some friend mail. One mystery one. I don't know who it's from. This Dave got in touch with us on email. Was it?
Yes. No. Instagram,
and said that he had a Pet Shop Boys LP and he was happy to send it over as a thanks for the video content, which is lovely. And it's one of my favorite albums of all time. It's the first album I ever bought I have this on vinyl, but this is so much better than the one I have for two reasons. Condition is amazing, and it's a special import edition, which has a bonus always on my mind in it. So you've got a 12-inch single as well as the classic album. So that, oh, so happy with that. I don't know if Dave is in. Do we think it's the Dave?
I think that's his
As in that-
username.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dave, are you in? Say hi if you
I
are.
haven't seen Dave yet.
Oh, Rich is in. Hi, Rich. Jason. Chris. Hey, Chris. So that was a lovely surprise. And then Adam. This is amazing. This is Martin Gore, who is the lead singer-songwriter of Depeche Mode.
He's not the lead singer.
The lead songwriter, singer is David Kern. Sorry, I'm extremely tired. Released an album, but this is the remix version, and Adam sent me over a copy. It's double coloured vinyl. So quickly,
Yeah, it's lush.
blue. Is that? No, it's transparent. You can see through it. And the other one, which is my favourite, is an orange, like opaque orange. That blew my mind. So thank you so much, Adam. I don't know if he's watching.
Kelly's got a comment for you.
Kelly, need sleep? Question mark. That's not. We agree. What were we going to call this stream? Oh, I know what you're alluding to now. The Weebles. We have many amusing conversations at the weekend. And then this package arrived with no note in it. Who sent me Every Loser Wins by Nick Berry? I was sent a clock a month or two back, and now I've got another copy as if I wanted one.
Yeah,
keep.
and the person who sent it is not ironing up.
No, I don't know who that came from. That was random. And then just quickly, go on.
Another message for you from Ben.
Oh, okay. Hi, Nick. You didn't get back to me on Facebook about the Xbox game. I thought I did. Yeah, that was fine. What did we say? Yeah, free shipping was fine. I think you asked me about did you want to pay? Did I want you to pay shipping? No, it's fine.
Sometimes I think you've replied.
I have
somebody.
replied.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'll message you again to confirm that. I think you were saying you were going to pay Monday, or was it Friday? I don't know. We've been away for the weekend, so if I've missed any more messages, I apologise. And then quickly, Becca got in touch with you, didn't she, about these? This is a big stack of PS1 manuals and sleeves, and there's some really cool stuff in here. She didn't want them and asked if I wanted them, and I said yes, because I will either keep hold of some of these, because quite often with PS1 stuff they are often missing manuals, or I will do some bundles or sell some individual ones on. There's a few Crash games in here, which is cool. Loads of these front sleeves, and they're often missing from PS1 games. There's even some GBA stuff in here. Crash Team Racing booklet, all sorts.
And Becca sent it to Naughty Nick.
Yeah. Pokemon Colosseum on the Cube manual. That's nice. Paper Mario manual. Pokemon Channel. Super Smash Bros. Melee. So, yeah, these are nice. And a few PS2 bits. So, thank you for sending that down. Okay, we're done with shout-outs. I think we might be.
Reseller Rain, hello. First time here, new to reselling. Any tips? We have a whole channel full of tips for you. So
Yeah.
feel free to delve in.
We share pretty much everything we do and how we do it. So just browse around if you want to. There's plenty of content all over YouTube, not just us, plenty of other people sharing how they do things. But I think the key, and most people say this, is to work out how you want to do it, what floats your boat, what sort of stock you want to buy and sell. There's not a lot of point in just copying what other people do, because it might not suit you. There's so many ways to do this. Is that your brother?
That's my brother.
Hello, Matt. Okay, so we did go sourcing.
We did.
We went. Well, Kelly took us to some charity shops, sort of around where she lives. Where were we? Where did we go? What's the name of that place?
Began with H.
Hexham? No.
Did it begin?
Where were we?
H?
Where were we,
were
Kelly? We didn't find a lot, but you managed to find some breakables, and I found some media.
Well, technically, Kelly found them and then suggested I should buy them, and then Hucknall, it does begin with H.
Hucknall, that's it. Because I kept thinking all day long, Mick Hucknall.
Yeah. And then you encouraged me, so I bought them. So yeah, it was a set of, well, I think this is the Carnaby JAJ pattern.
There was a bunch
side plates, and
there's 4 side plates.
Well, these aren't dinner plates, are they? They're too small for dinner plates.
They're a bit stingy dinner plates.
Cake plates? I don't know.
Well, that's definitely side plate
That's
size.
definitely a side plate.
And these are stingy dinner plates, I'd call them.
Maybe, yeah, it's not a dinner plate. Cake plate, let's say. I don't know what the technical term would be for that. I'd have to research.
Very 70s sort of design, like you've got oranges and
yeah, I
greens.
really love that. I'm fairly sure we used to have a set at home.
We or
Not
you and
us.
your, oh, okay.
When I was growing up. And I can't remember if it was Nanny that had this or whether Mum did. But it's very familiar to me.
So Andrea bought loads of breakables for me to package up once we sell them.
Yes, but you were encouraging me, so don't, you know.
£2.50 the lot, and there's, what's it, eight or 9 bits there? 4.
Matthew says
1.
we did, so he remembers it.
Oh, I think there's 9 bits.
Cool.
All right.
So it was Mum then.
Yeah, stingy cake plate. Well, no, they're big enough for cakes, but for a dinner, not enough. Not enough.
Maybe for Steve, the stingy cake
Diameter. Yeah.
If he likes a big bit of cake.
Steve likes a lot of. Oh, Ben says just went back into the messages and reread them. I'll send the money now. Oh, okay, that's cool. I can ship it out tomorrow. Yeah, Ben's after. What is one of the Xbox games, wasn't it? Was it? I can't remember. But thanks, Ben. Appreciate it. How do you find so many jumble trails? How far do you travel? Well, this was a local one. This was 10 minutes up the road. How do we find them? A mixture of word of mouth, because we have a lot of friends in this, reselling world.
Yeah.
And
Google and Facebook.
Google and Facebook. But again, I know I keep alluding to this app that still isn't out. But once we get that launched, that's going to hopefully be the kind of go-to place to share these events. And we'll all be able to use it for free. And you will have an events feed in there that will tell you what's happening nearest to you. So that hopefully will solve that problem. I actually spoke to our business partner today who's helping with the whole development of it. Well, helping, he's doing the lion's share of it because I can't code anything. And we're at a very late stage in that now. We have had delays and things, have taken time.
You've got to expect that really with something.
But it's coming. It's coming soon.
A big undertaking like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matthew says Mum did definitely.
Cool.
Oh, there you go. My memory's not as bad as I thought.
What
you recognise them.
There's a bag with bits and bobs we picked up here. Oh, this was boot sale stuff. Nothing exciting in there. I did get a Star Wars double still sealed for £1.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
I've had that new before. It went really quick. They're not big money.
That was from the boot sale, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was from the boot sale at wherever we were, somewhere near Nottingham.
Chesterfield.
Oh, not far from Chesterfield. Yeah. I was going to say Twin Peaks.
Twin Oaks.
Twin Peaks is something completely different. Twin Oaks. A couple of people, or at least one, messaged and said, "Did I see you at Twin Oaks boot sale?" Is that on Instagram where we're getting messages?
Yeah, Kerry says Twin Oaks.
Twin Oaks, yes. I need to add that too, because the app is also going to be a directory of the whole of the UK's boot sales. And soon I'm going to put a video out asking for help with that data. because there is loads of data about boot sales all over the internet, but a lot of it is so far out of date. So I'm going to put a shout out so people can share the boot sales that they know of in their areas that are, and they can confirm are active. So we can get our database up to date on that. We've worked on that a fair bit, but we need help. So I'm going to put a video out soon and explain how you can help with that.
I don't know if there is like a central sort of website that tells you about boot sales that are on, but talking about the app, we are hoping to be a comprehensive.
I've just said all of that.
Okay, I'm just repeating it.
Yes. Well, there's a few sites that try and do that, but a lot of their information is either way out of date or incomplete. So we want to have an accurate database of that, and it'll all be map based. So you'll be able to search by area, county, town. So wherever you are, you can say what's around me, and they'll pop up, and they'll all have links to their Facebook pages, so you can check if they're on. You can find out how much entry fee is and all of that sort of stuff. That's all taking a lot of time, which is why we're going to need some help with that. We've also been compiling a list of charity shops, which we're up to about 8,000 of. That took a while with a lot of help from very helpful friends. It's happening.
You have shipped the mug, haven't you?
Yeah, the mug went already.
Yeah. See, look, I'm not the only one confused by what you're talking about. Neil says jumble trails or boot sales.
It's all going to be on there.
Yes, and charity shops. Jumble trails, boot sales, charity shops.
The scope of this app has just been going.
Yeah. So it should be a comprehensive place for you to have a feed, basically like an Instagram scrollable feed, which will show you everything that's near you.
Events wise.
And also it will give you the capability of setting them up for yourself.
Yeah, as far as jumble trails go.
Yeah.
And quickly going back to the boot sales and charity shops, that data will be updatable. So if you're on there and you find a local shop that's not listed, you can submit it and it will appear then on the map. It's a lot of scope.
Ben wants to know how far are we willing to drive to go to jumble trails and car boot sales. For jumble trails, we've travelled an hour quite frequently.
Yep.
Luckily, we've had a lot that are quite close to us this season, but we have done. We've travelled into London.
It depends on if it's a big one in an area that we're keen to go to. It's well worth travelling an hour for us, like an hour there and an hour back. We've done that before. I'm
a Disney fan, but not an expert. If you've got a question, I might be able to answer, but I wouldn't say I was an expert. But
Sorry, we're just reading the chat.
Yeah.
So what else did we pick up? So Star Wars Double. We really didn't find much, but we do have a few bits and bobs to share. I found some software, but it's not great. It's not amazing. PS3 Blur is one that kind of has a little bit of value. I think these are kind of selling at sort of £10 to £12 these days. You can push for on Blur, pay 50p on that one. Just Dance 2018 one on PS4. Similar money, 10 or 12 you can sort of push for. This I shouldn't have bothered for 50p. It has virtually no value. And then RoboJam. Do you remember these? The Buzz ones. This uses the old Buzz buzzers for PS2. It's one of the slightly harder to find ones. So again, top end of 10 or 12 pounds. That was another 50p one. And then when we were at the boot sale we all went. So we were there with Carla, Lex, Kelly. We met up with Tom as well, Tom the English Picker, which was great to catch up. And Sue was there. One of the first stores I went to, I was looking at, they had a big box full of CDs, and I spotted a few bits I was interested in. So I said, how much are your CDs? And she said, 20p each. So I thought, okay. And as I went to rummage, she said, "Oh, give me £1 and have everything." And I couldn't resist. So I was then carrying around 2 big boxes of CDs. So I had to go back to the car. But there's about, I don't know, somewhere between 100 and 200 of them.
Yeah, sadly not in the greatest of conditions.
They're not in the best condition. But when you pay £1 for 100 or 200, you can't really complain.
Yeah.
There's loads of indie and rock stuff. But yeah, I'm going to have to go through it and work out what's in decent condition. There's a few other bits in here that I've added to it as well. There's now decades there.
Secret Carper's asking, will the app let you get direction to the nearest boot sales when you're out and about?
Yes, that may not be a function from day one. I'm not sure. But yeah, we have a big thing we've done is we've integrated Google Maps within the app. So the pins that are going to be all over the map of the whole of the UK will be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's all going to be interactive. So you can click on the pins and eventually, if not from day one, it will take you there. You'll be able to create routes around things. And of course, the big functionality for the jumble trails is you'll have all of the pins in Hitchin, for example, and you'll be able to ask it to work out the quickest route round. And you'll be able to take stalls off that you don't want to go to. And there's loads of functionality around all of that that's been complicated to get right. And we're still not quite there. But yeah, hopefully we're going to get our hands on a working version ASAP now.
Chris B says RoboJam's good money with some buzzers.
Yeah, I don't have any buzzers currently. I do see them and I should pick them up whenever I see them.
Yeah. And the godmother says salad plates. Yeah.
Are they? Is that what you call them? Oh. Yeah, so here's the other box of CDs that I was carrying around, pulling my arms off with.
Do we ever come to London to search? We have been to London we've been to various places, sort of North London, etc. too.
Yeah, we've done well up at Walthamstow, and that's about as central as we've gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chingford, a bit further out. And then on West London, there was those ones over Ashford.
West and East have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loads of, I think it's every Arctic Monkeys album in here.
There was an answer. Yeah, so Aaron Sells says, I bought an original Disney hand-painted film cell today and been struggling to value it. Been searching all day. Yeah, that's very specialist, isn't it? That's not really something that we've ever had to deal with. So I don't know, don't have any advice on that. But if anyone else does, please let Aaron know. Surely
there'll be completed ones on eBay, even if they're not exactly the same as yours. If you find a film from a similar era or a different cell from the same film, that will give you some pointers.
Aid's wanting to know technicalities.
Reference app, how will it be kept updated? New, moved, closed, etc. Users. We'll do our best to keep on top of it, but we think in the UK there's around 10 or 12,000 charity shops, and the goal with it is to have them all on there. But charity shops do come and go. They also move location and what have you. So our users will be able to click on a pin and say, well, this doesn't exist anymore, report it, or update the information, which of course will all be moderated, but that's the way forward.
And if a new one comes up, you'll be able to add it to the app as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. We don't do things by halves. We've gone the whole hog with this.
Oh yeah, we just missed Kirsten, didn't we?
Yes.
Kirsten's been through what we're going through in a few days.
Yes. Dropping children off at university. Yeah. Ellen goes next Friday.
No, not now. Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
Yeah, I can't go Friday now.
Can't keep up. So yeah, next weekend daughter moves out. Don't panic, Mrs. Mannering.
Yeah, she's going away for a couple of days this week as well, so I've been barely going to see her.
There's so much going on. She's going off to see Dodie.
Yeah.
And a friend up in Birmingham. We're going off to see... Who are we going up to London to see?
We're going to see Imelda May.
Imelda May, of course. And then soon we're going to see Erasure at the O2.
Yeah, that's next month.
Anyway, I bought some Lego. A really nice Lego City fire engine set, which was a £5, but as a sealed set, there wasn't much going on today that we found. We were just late to a few deals, weren't we? But I thought I'd grab it for a £5. It'll be an easy sell. Are you looking for questions?
I am, yes. Just lots of people saying hello to each other.
Okay, I'll find some more tats.
Okay. Oh, well, our business partner will be maintaining the app. So yes.
Yeah,
all good there.
With apps, it's not a case of you launch it and then you forget about it and leave it. Yeah, the whole thing changes and evolves, and you have to. Yeah, we are aware. So this was nice. I love it when you find vintage tech in its original box. So this is a Sharp calculator. It won't have masses of value, probably anywhere between £10 and £20, depending on how much of a rare model it is. But look, still in its little baggie inside.
It will be free, Ricky.
Yeah, the plan is to try as hard as we can to keep it free. Because if you think about it, a lot of our users that we want to attract to use it might only be one-time users. If they're having a yard sale event in their town and they want to have a stall, they're not going to want to pay for an app to be able to add their stall to the event. So we're going to fund it, or we're going to have it fund itself through ads is the plan. But we shall see how it works. There may be in-app purchases as well.
Sorry, Elaine. I missed that. I'm sorry.
Well, what?
Slaps wrist.
Why? What have you done?
Apparently, Elaine said salad plates in the beginning, but I missed that comment completely.
So yeah, I found a Sharp calculator.
Rich wants us to let him know when we're down in Worthing. Yeah, we're going to have to do it all in one day now because
we were hoping to stay
because Nick's sister's moving on the day that we planned to go and take Ellen.
Honestly, they've been trying to get their move pushed through for it's about a year. This has been ongoing. It feels like, but for the last 6 months, they've been wrestling with solicitors and dates and that, and they finally got a moving date. Yeah. It's the one day we wanted to crash at their place.
And I thought that I would have enough time with a month in advance to book like a Premier Inn or a Travelodge or somewhere so we could stay overnight. And it was completely booked out. So I think, everybody like us is doing that at the moment, Yeah. So we're doing it all in one day.
So we're going to drive down
a lot, but...
spend the day, get Ellen moved in,
and come back in the evening,
and then drive back. Which isn't the end of the world. It's only Brighton. Thank goodness it's not like Edinburgh or something.
Yeah. No, we would definitely be staying if it was Edinburgh.
I also picked up. Look at this. It's very cool Tandy branded one. This again won't be expensive. I just find these very. I don't know. They're just so cool. Just take you back to your school days.
Yeah.
That was that.
Oh, this has jumped completely again. Me?
We're looking at a load of crockery, weren't you? And you were undecided.
Oh, yeah.
And then the lady said,
well, I think we've got some of it down there. I think we've got some other...
compare. Do you want to see?
Yeah, have a look. I'm just trying to find another...
We were looking at... Let me show you the... It's nothing exciting.
Like before we discovered eBay. We don't really do arbitrage, but what was life like before we? Well, pretty much the same. We just didn't resell it. We just went out boot selling for ourselves. So we've always been like this.
And we've always worked in retail anyway. Yeah. So buying and selling is pretty much the same. but we used to, I mean, we met in a record store, and retail has been our life. So eBay is just an extension of that, really. So that's the pattern. It's a midwinter.
Yeah, it's midwinter.
Nothing amazing, but there was loads of it.
I think it's so strange. You've got these lovely sort of mid-century, angular, minimalistic, cups, and I think there was a gravy boat and stuff. And then they go with this very odd florally pattern. To me, that doesn't really, I know that's a bowl, but to me that doesn't really match. I know the colours match. See, there's that. I think that's gorgeous, but then it sits on a plate with leaves on it. I don't know. It doesn't seem to match to me.
I briefly looked these up. This is about a tenner.
There's a new garden house hospice in Letchworth.
Is there now? Ooh, we'll have to go and check it out.
It's all a bit wet because it rained while we were out today.
We were emptying these of rain. Literally, it was so funny. The lady, lovely lady actually, and we were like picking them up and having a look underneath and reading them. It was just water going everywhere. It's hilarious. So yeah, there's loads of it. There's a kind of crate full of it, and she just said, "Well, give us a 5 of the lot." So we did.
Stu, honestly, that's a serious question. Can you imagine?
That's what we had already.
Oh, what's right. That? It's very similar then.
Seeing as it will be inviting people to travel to new towns and cities for sourcing, will it provide other essential info such as chip shop locations? No. No. There's a limit, Stu.
Yeah, Ellen would not be impressed if we put stock in her bedroom while she was gone. So she is coming back for holidays.
I had plans to shelve that out.
She's coming back for holidays. It's still her bedroom.
So that's the set we did have, and it's been sat on the side for probably a year, and it's completely different.
Oh, okay.
Because they're smaller and brown.
In my mind, it was very similar.
Yeah.
Oh, Bridget says, my youngest just started reception. That was hard enough. I can't imagine dropping off at uni. I know.
You'll be able to ring her up every day and pester her.
It's just going to be an adjustment not having her around so much.
So there's loads and loads of the cups and saucers.
Oh, Alpesh is going to see London Grammar on Monday.
Oh, that would be a good gig. Yeah, I've been into them since their debut. Great band. They do kind of go because the colours are in. The colours are there.
Colours, yeah. Style, no. In my opinion. Oh, Soul Seller seeing London Grammar in November.
Excellent. What's the app cost? It's going to be free. As long as we can keep it free, we will do. That's the plan. We want this to be a tool that everybody can use with no barriers in the way. We want this to help people sell and buy secondhand stuff. We want to, it's going to sound like a big grand thing to say, but we want to be at the forefront of helping to push the circular economy of buying and selling secondhand. We're passionate about that side of things. And if we can push anything that encourages people to resell, recycle, reuse, that's what we want to do. It's obviously going to have to pay for itself at least, even if it doesn't make money. If it pays for all the maintenance and all the hosting and everything else that's involved, great. If we can make money out of it, fantastic. But who knows? Who knows?
Kathy says it's sad when they go away, but then they come back just when you like the extra space.
Yeah. They bring all their washing if they're anything like me.
Yeah,
Hi, Mum.
I don't know. I think she'll do her own washing. She does it at home anyway. So,
so I've shown enough of this. There's
there's that. That's my favourite piece. I love that.
I did look up that shape. That's quite a common colour.
Yeah.
There was blue ones and stuff that seemed to be a bit rare, well, a bit harder to find, but that's about a tenner. There's probably 30 bits maybe.
Sandra says, my son just got back to uni. The good thing is he's only 40 minutes away. Yeah. Oh, yeah. These are nice. These are Wedgwood. They're Susie Cooper. And, I I love that. I love that design. Because I am denied about the midwinter, but I picked this up and I was like, yes, this is a definite. I love that. So we've got sugar bowl and a milk jug.
Oh, we bought some lightning iPhone charger leads because we keep losing
we
and
just keep
breaking
wearing out.
ours.
Oh, hi, Damien.
So whenever we see these, we grab them because we get through so many. We leave them in hotel rooms quite often as well.
Luke's asking, do we watch other eBay resellers on YouTube? Some we do. Yeah.
Yes,
There's
and
so many now. It's difficult to keep up.
It is hard to keep up. We at the weekend we spent some time with some of the ones you may know. Yeah. Carla, Lex. Kelly's not really doing YouTube anymore.
No, but she did, and she was flipping fantastic finds. I don't know if any of her videos are still up. But,
I don't know. And Auntie Sue, who's not really doing reselling.
We call her Auntie Sue.
She's not actually our auntie.
Yeah, that's not her YouTube name.
And Tom's still doing videos. You've got a box of stuff there.
I do.
I've kind of run out.
Right. Well, you carry on looking there.
Okay.
I don't know why you wanted. I tried to give this to Ellen, and Nick said, "We'll show it because we bought it today." Well, I don't know why you want to see and desk tidy that I bought for Ellen. I really don't. But anyway, there it is.
No, but it's part of the whole thing. If you can buy secondhand rather than going and buying something like this brand new, look, there's nothing wrong with it. It's totally usable, and it's a bonus that it was only. What did you pay? £2.
Yeah, £2.
You know, it's great. So somebody had this. Yeah. We're now going to give it to Ellen, and she's going to get a lot of use out of it. And a brand new one didn't have to be made. You know, perfect. Yes. So that's the whole point. The fact that we're not going to resell it is irrelevant.
And the majority of stuff that we've got for her, we thrifted and we got secondhand and didn't buy brand new.
Well, you did go to IKEA and fill the car as well.
Most of it was bedding, to be honest. Yeah.
I found a load of Simpsons figures. This takes me back to the early days of our reselling. I can't reach them.
Ellen can source from uni for you. No, she won't. She'll be far too busy. What are we doing?
That bag of figures.
Oh yeah.
Takes me back to when I used to have loads of these. I'd see them everywhere. They're early 2000s ones. Quickly, any tips for spotting resellable media? It's such a big question that. As a rule of thumb, obscure is good. Old TV series that perhaps aren't available on streaming services. It's a case of learning, really. There aren't many shortcuts, but obscure is a good place to start.
You might remember that we picked up a load of Russian folk art bits and bobs. Found a spoon today, so I picked that up.
Have you sold all the other bits?
No. So I can add it to it.
Have you listed all the other bits?
No.
This is what I'm fighting against, Sue.
You're just as bad. Don't listen to him.
Whoa.
Just as bad. Anyway, I picked up some Pimpernel coasters that look like that.
So how much was this guy?
It was 50p.
50 whole pennies?
This is, the pattern's called Victorian. If anyone is interested.
Are you going to bundle that with the other bits then?
Yeah.
And your salt and pepper pot.
Yeah.
So way back when, in the early days of when we were doing eBay, we did a lot with the Happy Meal toys and the Burger King toys. And I remember there were several sets of Simpsons ones. What year are these? It's going to be 2001 or something. Can't even see a date on them. Anyway, and there was a great big crate full of all sorts of McDonald's toys. I just picked out all of the Simpsons ones. Takes me back. I used to have crates full of these and I'd make up sets. That's a nice figure. Sideshow Bob.
Question from Leanne there for you to answer.
Do the Bartman. What's that? If resellers don't want to broadcast charity shop locations as per a few comments already, can they go on the app and remove shops to stop others finding it? No. The existence of a shop is not a secret. It's out there. They're all out there on the internet. They're on Google Maps and stuff, most of them anyway. So no, you can't go on and remove it to keep it a secret. And there will be people who don't want the location of charity shops being shared, but I'm sorry, that's what the app's about. Sharing information. There we are. Fixed him. He was falling apart. The reality of it is, going back to that most people will stick to their local area. If, somebody's little secret honey hole charity shop in Carlisle is on this app, it's really not going to affect many people apart from those that are local, and we'll go and have a look. It's Maggie in a high chair.
Yeah. It's cool.
This comes up a lot actually about sharing information. I had a very interesting comment on one of my videos recently, saying about we're ruining it for everybody and ourselves by talking about it. We've been talking about reselling now for 7 years, and we have no trouble finding stock. We have no trouble selling stock. It hasn't changed the game. And we're in the information age. Everybody's talking about what they do and how they do it. If we weren't, somebody else would be. Well, in fact, hundreds of channels here in the UK do regularly. So that's a cool figure. Kelly
says the gravy boat looks like a birdie. It does a bit.
Yeah. Anyway, so bag full of Simpsons figures, paid £1 for the lot. I think there's, I don't know, 13, 15 or so in there. Can we rate the charity shops with stars out of 5? It's not something we plan to do. It's a place to find locations to buy and sell, in a nutshell. And I don't think it needs to be much more complicated than that. We may bring other features online as we go forward. Depends what people want from it, really.
Yes, anyone that needs to contact us, in the description box below is all our contact information, so you'll find that there. Yeah, probably will get a slightly quicker reply from me if you go on Instagram, but if you message us through anything else, because we now have 2 websites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Most of those things we don't look at all the time, so I happen to look at Instagram a lot, so I do happen to answer a bit quicker on there. But yeah, don't.
And then we have our personal Facebook, our business Facebook page, all with message feeds.
Yeah, sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming, the amount of places we have to check and look and that, and we're still trying to earn a living. But we will attempt to get back to you as soon as we can.
Pete went to see While She Sleeps last Thursday in Camden Underworld. Oh, wow. Is that a venue? I've not been to that venue.
Yeah, I did when I was at university.
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago.
Absolutely mad it was, apparently. Excellent. Went to see New Order in Heaton Park last Friday. Very different on their home turf. Hot chip was spot on too.
One thing I just want to add about contacting us, though, please don't contact us on eBay if it's not about an item that we have listed on eBay, because eBay get a bit funny. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So there are many options. If you're not on any social media, we do have a website that you can contact us through. There are lots of options to contact us. Please don't message us on eBay. We probably won't answer.
Because we can't, if it's about something that's not listed. Anyway, yes, I feel like we said that 1,000 times now.
Just saying it again.
Will people be able to review car boot sales or charity shops? Again, that's not something we are planning to implement. For 2 reasons, actually. Reviewing a car boot, I suppose if it's just information like how easy it is to park or the location or something, I'm not sure what you're going to review, like how good it is for picking up stuff. That varies wildly from one week to the other. It's a lottery. Likewise with charity shops, it depends what you're looking for. Some that I go to I think are amazing, but there might be nothing in there for Andrea. So I'd give it a glowing review and you'd say it's rubbish.
Yeah, it's true.
But we're not planning on that.
John says, have a paid version with no ads, I'd pay. There will be an option to go ad free. So you can pay £1 to take ads off.
Well, we're not sure on numbers yet, but yes, there'll be
something like that.
In-app purchases will be hopefully a revenue stream.
But we do want to make it, as free for you as possible.
Yeah, we need it to be a free app so casual users will use it. Because as I was saying before, let's say you want to set up a jumble trail in your area, and that's what we're going to encourage everyone to do. We want it to be like 5 or 6 clicks away from there being a pin on a map that says the Hitchin Jumble Trail, and then you can just direct people to the app, which is free, and they download it, they find that pin, and then they add themselves and they add a pin on their house. It's that easy to set up a jumble trail. So if you put a barrier in the way saying it's a £5 to have the app, casual users who only want to pin themselves and have a stall for that day, they're not going to do it. They just won't pay the money. So I think it has to be free.
Yeah. Titch says, I've just finished at Brighton Uni and I loved it. She'll be fine. Thank you. I hope so. I think she will.
See, PvP thinks I'm going to put shelves up in Ellen's room. She wouldn't be happy with me. I don't think she came back and there was just racks of media.
Ellen's room is still Ellen's room, whether she's at university or not.
See, there's the thing that comes up. Look, Carl says, personally, I love the idea, but do you feel that the app will create a lot more resellers, adding more and more competition? No, I don't think it will, actually. It will just, what it should do, if people use it as intended to create more jumble trails, if you want to call them that, yard sale events, whatever you want to call them, there'll be more opportunities to source. Because what we find with jumble trail events is they're totally different people. They're people that wouldn't go to a car boot sale and sell. You see stuff that's never seen the light of day. And they're becoming so popular in this area, but they're not popular all over the country. So if we make it super easy for any of us to start regular events, not only in your town, but the next town along, the village down the road, with a few clicks of a button, of course, you'll have to promote it locally on Facebook, etc. But it will create more opportunities to go outsourcing. So yeah, it's a positive. And it's all a point of view as well. People will find many reasons to not get on board with this and say it's a bad idea. That's fine. We've been in this game, this social media game long enough to know that you can't keep everybody happy, and people will disagree. That's fine too.
So Ben says, any board games you bought today?
I did buy one decent one. I looked at a few and didn't bother. But I bought a copy of Settlers of Catan. Paid a £5 for it. Now, it did get a little bit damp, but it's drying out quite nicely, actually, because it was raining heavily. Yeah, paid £5. These go for, I briefly looked it up. What was I saying? 20 plus. Meant to be a fantastic game. My brother-in-law, Darren, has mentioned this before. He may even have this one. Award-winning game of discovery, settlement, and trade. Sounds fun.
Leona says, mine went to uni, but went to uni here, but actually moved out and in with her boyfriend 2 years ago. I still get strong empty nest syndrome on Sundays, even though I see her all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just going to be an adjustment for a little while, and then we'll all get used to it. This keeps jumping, so I have to go back up the chat again.
You're struggling?
Yeah, it just keeps jumping right to the bottom. And now I don't even know where we are.
Oh, we've been past there.
We're past there.
Yeah. What was that one there about? Things go off a bit. You should allow car boots, etc., to pay for a premium listing, different color pin on the map, stand out. Well, who knows how it's going to evolve? We need to get it out there, get people using it before it has any leverage to charge people to do anything on it. But honestly, the aim for us is to create a really useful tool for anybody trying to buy or sell secondhand stuff. That's the goal. How it's going to evolve beyond that, we don't know.
Gary says, bumped into you today. Well, no, we remember.
Oh, is that Gary? That that we know. Yes.
Yes.
Can we rate the chat? Someone else asking about rating the charity shops.
I think that might be the same one. I've gone back again. Oh, Kelly says, great point, Nick. Most of the stuff I buy for the house family is secondhand. Yeah. Yeah. Same here.
And it doesn't have to be all about reselling. It's about buying secondhand, not buying new. You know, be it clothing, furniture, whatever it is. It's about popularizing that as a concept. You know, you have no use for stuff anymore. Don't chuck it in the bin. Put it out the front of your house and give it away if you like, or sell it on. And these events are becoming so popular, and we want to be part of that trend.
What do you think about people buying little own brand trainers and selling them on eBay, the ugliest trainers you'll ever see? I honestly don't have an opinion on it. I don't know.
Wow, people
do strange things.
Why would I don't know?
I don't know. They're obviously sought after for some bizarre reason.
Good luck to them, I guess.
But yeah.
What's that one up there? What's that one? Can the charity shops ask to be removed from the app if they despise resellers? But the existence of a shop is not private knowledge.
But also, this is not just an app for resellers.
It's not a reseller app.
It's a thrifting app.
Yeah.
So it's an app for people who want to buy secondhand, and
that's a really odd point. I mean, we've heard this come up. Our friend Edward, who's from Wales, there was a notice up in a charity shop saying resellers not allowed or whatever. That is so ridiculously short-sighted from charities. Resellers put millions of pounds into the charity shops year in, year out. Yeah. Take that out of the equation, it's a huge shortfall they've got to make up.
So some nice positive comments. Sharing is caring, says Martin. I agree. Bridget says, we could all visit the same shop and buy different things. Things some people know have value, others don't, and vice versa. Enough for everyone to go around. Exactly. Now take this weekend, for example. You know, we were with a group of friends. We're all resellers. We all went round the same boot sale. We all came away with bags of something.
Yeah.
There was plenty for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there will always be people who are of the mentality that you shouldn't talk about it. It's all a big secret. Don't share locations of charity shops. But I mean, to be honest, if you can use Google, you can find them anyway. This is just about making it convenient and in your pocket.
Daniel says, I would rather share info. PvP says sharing is the reality of our age. Yeah. R&J Reseller says the competition is healthy.
Yeah, and if you look at it from the right angle and say, this is going to make it so much easier for me, and I'm meaning you, to set up a sale in your area and have control over when that is, the time it starts, the time it finishes. You can control that event, you know, and then you can have it, you can reschedule it for 3 months later. And then there's many regular ones in our area that become a known thing. And it's creating your own sourcing opportunities. We hear no end that people moan about charity shops. They're getting too expensive. They're this, they're that. Start events in your area. Start yard sale events. And that's what we really want to do, is make that process easier.
Yeah. And Secret Carper says, and not every reseller sells the same thing, so there's plenty of stuff to go around. So can't wait for the app.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Lainey. We've been watching Lainey's reaction videos.
Last night we had a bit of a binge watch, didn't we?
We must. I don't know how many of hers we watched last night, but the best one was the one, Lainey, where you watched funny TikToks.
Funny TikToks.
And your face was like, what?
That was our
That's
face.
not funny.
We were like, what's going on?
That was
here?
brilliant. And then the random acts of kindness one. Yeah. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
That was good. Right, did we have more stuff to share? Not much.
Yes, Kimmy Kitty, it definitely is.
Yeah, we've been looking at lots of dogs, as in other people's dogs, and going, oh, I want one like that. Yeah, the time is coming. Absolutely love the Simpsons figures. They're so cool. Yeah, of course you can. Drop me a message. I'll let you know what I've got. Right, do you want to grab some bits and bobs? There's not much in there, but I can't think what else we had.
I bought a Pyrex casserole dish that looks like that. It's not particularly branded. It just says Pyrex England on it. So it's branded with Pyrex, but it's not like particular vintage. And, I bought these. These are so cool. Look at these. They're salt and pepper pots. They're all hand painted. I assume they're probably like, tourist wear from Mexico or something, but they're fun. Love them.
They're quite nicely done, really.
Yeah. Got
little sombreros on. I think there might still be stuff in there.
Oh, there always is. People don't clean them out.
Oh, quickly, Angela says, hi both. Can you say happy anniversary to my wonderful husband, Les, my partner in crime, reselling for tomorrow. Love him today. His first day we met 27 years ago. Wow.
Oh, well, happy anniversary to you both.
Yeah, happy anniversary. Excellent. And Jilly was just saying there, so jumble sales run in the winter months. Traditional jumble sales, which we also want to have on people's events feeds, we'll share those as well. Those can go right through the winter because they're indoors. Jumble trails
traditionally at the moment is a bit strange.
Yeah, jumble trails tend to kind of follow the boot sale season. We're right at the end of it now. I mean, the one we went to today was almost rained off.
Yeah, people don't really want to sit outside in the freezing cold.
No. So they are weather dependent, and because it's taken so long to get everything ready, we're probably going to miss this season or most of it now. But that's fine. It'll give us a few months through the winter to get everything properly tested, get people on it and using it, and at least get all of the boot sales and charity shop information as accurate as we can, and then really push it in spring.
And Daisy said, everyone is interested in what other people do, but not everyone is motivated to do. There is space for all resellers. It's the same in every niche. Information sharing, skill sharing is wonderful. I couldn't agree more, Daisy. Yeah.
Well put. I wish I was that articulate. I can't even say the word.
Yeah.
Would love jumble sales in my area. Not seen one here since 1989. If you're talking about as in jumble sales in a village hall, they're harder to set up. But jumble trails, you can. See? So maybe if setting up a jumble sale is impossible, we can all set up an event.
And talking about getting things that are secondhand that, you don't have to buy new. Somebody was giving away a load of stuff today, and so I picked up a potato masher. Woohoo! Yeah. That's for Ellen as well.
So one of the stalls today was literally just a load of stuff on someone's driveway, and a big sign up saying free to a good home. So it's going to get used now by our daughter in Brighton.
Not go in the bin.
And won't go in the bin.
Yeah.
Isn't that brilliant?
And you might remember a couple of weeks ago I picked up a Shurik plant pot is the word I'm looking for. So I got another couple today. They're not quite as interesting. This one's just...
And the other one's sold.
Yeah, the other one sold almost straight away. This one is just grey. But that's kind of, it's a very classic in colour at the moment. People like this sort of colour. And then the other one, it says on the bottom, don't know if you could see, made in Germany. It's got some numbers on it, and that indicates it's Zurich, and just a classic white glazed.
Well, Jilly, be the jumble trail organizer in your area. Be that person, because it's going to be super easy. That's the plan. We've worked so hard to streamline the process. So there's very little admin, because each seller has control over their stall. You create an event, everyone else comes in, adds themselves to it. So you don't really have to do any admin.
And again, talking about things to pick up secondhand, got a tripod, just a small tripod for Ellen to take away with her that will add to her photography equipment.
Yeah, it's quite a nice size.
That would be hugely expensive, brand new.
Well, it's only a hammer, so probably not.
But
hammer.
Well, so much
20, 25 quid maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
And we paid £2.
We paid £2.
It's quite a nice lightweight one, which I think will be handy for her. You know, she's wandering around town or going on the train or something.
Jack of all trades says, but I have a secret charity shop. I don't want anyone to. I'm sure other people know about them. I'm sure
you won't be the only person that knows about it.
Other people know about this charity shop. And think about the charity who want the money for their charity, which is the main reason that they're there. If they can't make any money, then they have to close, and then you won't ever have your charity shop again. So they need the business. And yeah, and also, as we've said, there's an abundance of stuff that people are getting rid of every day. You're never ever going to run out of stuff in charity shops. We've got more stuff than we could ever need.
Yeah. And
you know, most of it's just ending up in landfill because we don't know what to do with it. So, you know, it can only be a positive thing that more people go to that charity shop. You're not going to have any lack. You're still going to have lots and lots to choose from.
It's a mentality.
Somebody else goes to your charity shop.
Yeah. What's the phrase? The abundance mentality. You either have an abundance mentality where you think there's plenty for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we're at, I guess. And other people are worried that all the stuff's going to go, and it's not the case. Plus, there's only a certain amount of people in your area that might be looking for a charity shop that didn't know that one existed. The other thing I want to mention is we are going to be working directly with charities who will be adding all of their shops, because it's going to benefit them. It's free promotion for them. So they're all going to end up on there eventually, whether you put it on or not. So I wouldn't worry too much, because they're all going to be on there eventually, whether we add them all or the charities do or our users do. So yeah. Henry's looking forward to it. Fantastic. Does it have a catchy name? It has a name. Whether it's catchy, you can decide for yourself when it comes out.
Yeah, I always refer to the story about a man who's died, and he finds himself he's not sure if he's in heaven or hell, but he's at a table, and everybody around that table has got very long spoons, long spoons. And
right.
And they're trying really hard to get this food, but because the spoon's so long, they can't get the food in their mouths, and they're all starving. And he thinks, well, if this is heaven, what am I in? I can't eat. We're all starving. I can't do anything. You know, this is terrible. This is a terrible place. And then he realizes he's actually in hell. When he's shown heaven, it's the same table. They've all got the long spoons. They're feeding each other.
Why aren't the ones in hell feeding each other?
Because that's why they're in hell.
Because they've got selfish mentality. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. I'm with you now.
I don't know if there's anything else in this box that's of interest.
What's that orange thing?
Oh, it's
Oh, it's just one of those. Yeah. Okay.
Do you wanna... No?
hang on. Let me just read this. I think the Jumble Trail will replace the boot fair. I don't think they will. I don't think car boot sales are going anywhere.
It's just another option.
It's an alternative, and it's an alternative, and tends to be, I think, a different slice of people. Slice of people. Slice of the community. We do sometimes chat with stallholders a lot, and this, that, and the other, and many of them wouldn't consider going to a field at 7 a.m. but setting up outside their house at 10 in the morning or 12 or whenever you, the event organizer, decides it should start. Remember, you have control if you're an event organizer. Yeah. They're totally up for that. They don't have to pay to be there. There's many reasons why, but these, I don't think they'll supersede the boot sale at all, and we wouldn't want that. We love boot sales.
Yeah.
It's about giving people alternatives and making it super easy to recycle, reuse, and resell your stuff.
But I certainly do think that they're going to become much more popular in years to come.
They have. It's grown massively in the last couple of years, and we want to help push that momentum.
It's jumped again.
Is it?
Yeah. Look how much we've missed.
Oh
my word.
Should we just... We do have some more stuff, but there's nothing particularly exciting. Oh, that thing was interesting. That pink box. We'll share that quickly.
Yeah. Was there anything behind us that we picked up? I picked up another plant pot.
A bag of media.
I picked up another plant pot yesterday.
This is to monitor your baby in the womb. I believe. A fetal Doppler. Now you can safely listen to the perinatal sounds and monitor the heartbeat of your unborn baby in the comfort and privacy of your own home. I've had one of these before. I can't remember how much I sold it for, but I grabbed another today for a couple of pounds.
Question for you from Lawrence.
Okay. Hi, Lawrence. Great to see you guys have been happy out buying again. Question: Nick, do you tend to stay away from hi-fi equipment? I've recently started doing quite well on it and guess people don't want risk. I've always dabbled in it and I've sold plenty over the years. I don't have, you may have noticed recently, I don't have a lot of space. We did actually look at a nice surround sound system today, a Panasonic, and I was very close to buying it, and then there was a slight damage on the back, wasn't there, on some of the inputs, so I left it in the end. But yeah, I've bought and sold hi-fi over the years. I'm not an expert by any means, but yeah, a lot of people do avoid the bulky stuff because it's a pain to package and ship.
Millwall Holding says, do you need council permission, police, etc. for yard sales? I think you would need to check with your local authority.
Yeah, check with your local authority. We won't be the event organisers, so that will be in the hands of the event organisers, but they are happening all over the place, from central London to tiny villages. So if there is any bureaucracy, there's not much of it because they're springing up everywhere.
Aid says, my local CS would definitely welcome more footfall. They have so much stuff to get through. I doubt if the actual charities will beg. I don't know. My view would be it's more likely some individual staff may not like it.
Well, that's tough, I'm afraid. If they don't like the fact that they're going to be on an app that's actively promoting their shop, then they're not in. That's daft.
Yes, Josh, I said Pyrex. Look
Pyrex. Oh, Kath likes that shape. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice one. I like that pattern as well. I don't remember seeing that before. Yeah. Okay. Let me scroll. Yeah, Elaine's not seen that one before.
I saw that someone said get a Labrador. I'd love a Labrador, but you don't want a big dog.
I wouldn't say no to anything, but I would like another, not necessarily the same as Monty, but a little. You
want a little scruff pot?
A little scruff pot. A bit like me. Hi, JB from Oregon, USA. Good to see you. Thanks for subscribing.
Coral says, highly recommend a Cocker Spaniel. I do love Spaniels. And we were saying that I know they're very popular. They're overly popular, to be honest. But the what are they called? The cockapoos. They don't shed hair, do they? And that would help with your allergies.
That would be nice.
But you know, we want to rescue, so you probably don't see cockapoos coming up that frequently.
If you are genuinely interested, message Andrea. Links should be below for all of our places to contact us.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to the age-old argument, oh, don't talk about reselling because everyone will be a reseller. It's just not the case. And everyone can, but it's a lot of hard work, so most people don't. And as Sleaford says, most people know they can sell stuff themselves on eBay. They just can't be bothered to do it. And like a video a couple of months back, there was a lady quoting me the price of that great big Nerf gun on eBay. She was like, these are £30 on eBay. And then she sold it to me for £8. That explains it. You know, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of hassle. And most people come into reselling and they get out again very quickly.
Lainey says, thank you for watching them. I love doing them. Although that TikTok thing made me feel really old. I've had a lot of people mention my seagull comment.
I think I messaged you that seagull comment, didn't I? Yeah, that was funny. We didn't get the humor in most of it, to be fair. So we're as old as you and as out of touch.
Ellen sits watching TikTok and absolutely howls with laughter, and I don't get most of it. But it is an age thing.
Well, John, as I keep saying, you know, be that guy who sets up events in your area. Just make it happen. They're not easy to set up anyway with the power of Facebook, and then adding in the app, which gives you so much more functionality to make all of the planning and everything super easy. Create an event, send people in, they click on it, they add their house. Done. Right? So anyone can have. So let's say you want an event in your town once every 3 months, and then you want an event in the village over there in August, you want an event in the village over there in September. You can do all of that using the app.
So Leona says, I guess in theory at Christmas, someone could set up a dedicated Christmas craft trail with other local crafters to sell their makes on the app. Yes, absolutely they could. Yeah,
crafted stuff is fine. We are leaning heavily towards the reuse, resell and that. But if it's crafted stuff, we would have no trouble with an event that's leaning towards crafters.
Tabletop sales, anything like that, really.
What's that one there? Hi, Daniel. I'm inquiring with my local church about helping set up a local give and take day, joined in with a local recycling company who have a shop who may be interested in taking the surplus on. Oh, okay, cool. Well, if you are setting up events, anything like that would be totally acceptable to set up using the tools we're creating on the app.
Is that Olaf in the background for sale?
Yeah, drop us a line. He's is he a Disney store? Oh. He is.
Yes, he's Disney store.
Where? Shopdisney.com.
Yeah, he's Disney store.
Okay, that's a yes then. Yes, you are welcome. Drop us a line. Oh, there's Jeff Lena. She's not been out for a while.
Oh, don't.
Jack's still on, but it's my secret charity shop. The reality is it was never a secret in the first place. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be like Cash Converter saying, I don't want anyone to know where we are. Nothing wrong with secondhand. Yeah, exactly. And longer term, we're probably going to add businesses that are not charities. So antique centres, thrift stores that are run as a private business, not a charity. So that's all going to come online. Auction houses, etc. We want it to be a powerful tool. So no matter where you are in the country, a good example is we went on holiday, you may have seen some of the videos I've been putting out, down to Cornwall. and we went
along with everybody else.
Yeah, everyone else was there as well. And when you're a tourist in a new town, you have no clue what's there. You might want to go out on a Saturday for a mooch around a boot sale. You'll be able to open the app. It will know where you are anyway, and it will show you the nearest boot sales, and it will show you all the charity shops in your area. That's going to be so handy. We would have used that several times on holiday. Yeah.
Yes, she is, Peter.
Yeah, glass half full or half empty. It's a lot of it is all about your perspective on life in general, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just going back because somebody. Oh, here we are. Right.
Do buyers have to download the app, or does it produce a Google map that can be linked, e.g. on Facebook? At the moment, it's all done in app. So it's going to be, that's why we're keeping it free, because the buyers that, let's say we set one up in Hitchin, which we're going to do, in all of your little local promotion, it'll just be like, download this free app, and then they'll be able to find the pin and open it up. So whether there'll be integration outside of the app, I doubt it, because we're going to want to keep people in it, because in order for it to fund itself, we need to have little ad banners running at the bottom and stuff for there to be a revenue stream. What y'all looking for?
By the way, I've seen a few comments about my little story. It's not my story; it's a famous story, but it's not a dream I had or anything I made up. It's an actual story. I think it's based on a parable. Oh, it's jumped again.
That's it. Yeah. I saw someone saying, "Will
Carla's in? Hi, Carla.
Carla's awake." Oh, your journey home. We thought ours was rough, but good Lord, that took you a long time.
Really felt for you.
You were still trying to get out of the car boot sale by the time we got Kelly home.
I know. Tom got in trouble, didn't he? Because it was there for so long.
Tom popped over to have breakfast with us, wasn't it? And then went to the boot sale, and because of the accident on the motorway, he got stuck for hours. It took him like 3 hours to do a 20-minute journey home.
Peter's got a question there.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Peter. Do you think there will be a lot of people who have tried reselling during lockdown who will give it up when facing the reality of how much hard work it is? I think that goes on a lot anytime. But I do definitely think a lot of people who needed extra cash because they were on furlough or just had a lot of time were dabbling in eBay for sure. Whether they carry it on is another question. But as I was saying before, I think we've all seen it. People come into reselling, all guns blazing, and then they realize it's like Groundhog Day and you have to keep going. And it's hard work. So there's a big turnover of people coming in and going out. Somebody said further down before we scroll back, is the app going to be international? There is potential for that, but we have a long way to go to get it all up and running and working as we want to do in the UK. So that would be some way down the line if we did that.
That's a very good point, Frankie's Fine says, just wondering how resellers that want to hide their favourite shop would feel if one of their own buyers wanted to hide their shop. Not too many sales that way. Yeah, that's a good point.
As in their eBay shop. Yeah.
People suggesting dogs we should have.
Suggesting dogs.
Elaine says, try and get a dog that doesn't shed. Yeah. It's difficult though because we're rescuing, so it really depends.
Yeah, and I don't think Monty's hair set me off. Cat hair is terrible for my asthma. I had a quite serious asthma attack once when we stayed with my sister who has a cat. And Lex's cat set me off. Or both of them did, one in particular.
Yes.
Didn't it?
But that was partly your fault because you were fussing.
I love animals, so I was fussing it a bit. Yeah, I know it's my own fault. Jack is thinking about a sausage dog.
Well, George has got 2 sausage dogs, hasn't he? With Dachshunds.
What's Emily saying there? Sorry, I'm lost. Why would charity shop staff not want free advertising for their shop? I think people were saying that some charity shops don't like the idea of resellers coming to their shop to buy to resell, which I personally think is daft. But remember, I think that resellers will be a relatively small amount of our whole users. This is going to be a thrifting app, an app that shares locations for buying and selling secondhand items. So yes, resellers will use it as a resource, but it's going to be bigger than that. Reselling is a wider thing than doing it as a business. And also thrifting is so kind of in at the moment with Ellen's age group. You know, the younger kids are so into thrifting now. That the scope for this, it's not a reseller app, was what I'm trying to say in answer to that question. But it doesn't really answer the question. Yeah, I agree. Why would charity shops not want to be on there? I have no idea. And I think, well, they're going to be anyway, because a shop's existence is not private knowledge. And if we want to share where they are, then that's what will happen.
Alan says labs are great. My mum was a breeder and a couple were used in the old Andrex adverts.
Wow.
I do love a Labrador, and yeah, my granddad always wanted one, but sadly he didn't manage to get one.
Do you ever pick up autographs to sell on? We have had a few on and off over the years. It's just above there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. I'm no expert by any means. Hi, Nick and Andrea. New subscriber. Thank you. This is Marco. Thanks for all the hints and tips. I usually tune in on a Monday. Good. Thank you. Could you possibly do a video about setting up as an eBay reseller? Well, I suppose all of our videos kind of show what it's about. As far as getting set up goes, you just need an eBay account, which isn't, we don't have a video about how to set up an eBay account.
And it's been so long since we set up our
I wouldn't
eBay
know how to do it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Josh. Poppy,
is it? Do you want me to write that down? Because you'll forget.
I will forget.
Poppy.
Oh, did we answer this? I can't remember because it jumped and I went backwards.
What?
Do you think there'll be a lot of people?
we did do that. What was that? I think I'd rather go to a jumble trail than a boot sale. They're very different.
I think Sharon said that earlier as well.
Yeah. And like boot sales, it's all kind of luck of the draw, which stalls you get to early, what happens to be on sale. But the element of it we love is it's very much more like a treasure hunt. You're literally going around following a map, either a physical bit of paper, or in the case of the app, it will be guiding you around a Google map. So that side of it we find enjoyable. We do shout at each other a fair bit trying to find the stalls as well, but hopefully the app will make that part of it easier. We were using a paper map today, which we printed off from the internet.
We don't shout at each other.
We're internally raging at each other.
It's more that we're raging at the map and not really managing to figure out where we're going.
Bobby says did you manage to clear all of them? No, but we've done very well. I did. What was the number I came up with when I did a stock take? 200 odd left. We started with somewhere just under 1,000, and I think it was 200 or 300 we had left when I did a stock take. So they've been actually really profitable for us.
Will it be international eventually? I
mentioned that already.
Yeah.
And
potentially. Then Peter Picker says, would you not just Google it?
Well, you can do, but what Google doesn't do is have it all in one place and have it all on an interactive map for you and allow you to guide you around stuff. Yes is the answer, but this makes it all way more convenient.
And this is something that will give you a feed of sales, etc., that are in your area. So it will show you everything that's near to you.
Yeah, Google doesn't
it's
give
convenience really more than it is anything else.
a lot of the charity shop and boot sale data. With a bit of searching around on Google, you can find the information. But for yard sale events, that's a whole different ball game. That's the big problem we're trying to solve: a centralized place where you can find out where these events are on. But even with the charity shops and the boot sales, Google's data there's huge gaps in it, and a lot of it's out of date, is what we've been finding when we've been trying to compile this data.
Tea Cakes has got a question now.
Oh, will there be a walk and dry version? Yes. Does it show the what? Does it show the pig in bollards that just appear halfway down the street? No.
I know what you mean. When you have, like, we had a paper map today, and this map was tiny, and you know, I was saying, oh, we need to go to this stall here, so we were like trying to drive along, not realizing this tiny little bit here is a path, so there was actually a dead end, and so we had to go all the way around.
Yeah, but that's the advantage of having Google Maps integration, because Google Maps knows the rights of way where you can go through. And yes, it's a very good point. There will be the option to walk it, in which case you can walk through those little cut through bits, and you'll get a very different route plan if you choose to select the walking map. That's actually something that I'm itching to test, whether that functionality works well.
It's a phone based app, not desktop, in answer to Mark's question. Mobile. There. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be mobile. The whole point of this is you'll use it when you're out and about.
Yeah.
Is there a hairless dog? I don't know. You get those hairless cats, don't you? What are they called? Those
I don't know.
Sphinx cats, are they? Is that what they're called?
Not sure.
Someone else, Kieran, saying about leaving reviews. It's not really what the app's going to be about. It may be something that will come online with it at some point, but I doubt it, to be honest.
Oh, Selena had a Dane that was 11 stone. Wow.
Weighs as much as me.
Yeah.
Teresa was saying, I was thinking more about going self-employed and what is involved. Okay. Do you have to ask permission from your landlord to buy and sell from home? My council is refusing me. That's interesting. Well, we privately own, so there's less red tape there, I guess. That's interesting that the council aren't allowing you to do it. It's annoying. I mean, I guess you could get off-site storage for your stock. As for setting up self-employed, on the HMRC website, you should be able to find all the information you need. It's relatively simple.
Right, so Leanne's got a comment there.
Hi, Leanne. Some houses on jumble trails change their mind about setting up stalls for various reasons. So handy if they can take their house off to save fuel driving to it. 100%. That's something we really want to improve upon. And because ideally the event will be set up in app and the stall holders have control over their PIN, and they will have the functionality to switch it off. The night before, you know, they went to a party and they're hungover, they're thinking, we're not going to set up tomorrow. They can just remove themselves from the event.
Yeah. Or it's raining and they haven't got any shelter.
Yeah. Or they sell out. Someone comes along and buys all their stock and they can just switch themselves off.
Yeah.
Likewise, if you're going around and you can't find one and it doesn't exist, you can report that, and there'll be an automated functionality within it when a certain amount of independent separate users going around click that stall isn't there on the app, it will be taken off. Because that's a big problem, driving around looking for something that doesn't exist. I get slightly annoyed about that. Ooh.
Shameless plug here from Peter. Don't forget list 5 live tomorrow if you want to see some action-packed listing.
I would say I'd tune in, but I'm not sure I'll be up then.
No, it's not your time zone, is it?
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, please, if you're not subbed to Pete, this is the Vinegar Jar. That's the name of the channel. go over if you want some reselling content.
Nearly at the end of the chat, I think.
Are we? Okay.
Leanne says, I think one of the advantages of this new app is being able to avoid the type of items being sold, plus saving fuel and helping the planet by being more efficient driving to houses. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. The part that Leanne mentions there about avoid type of items being sold. One thing we're trying very hard to implement is as long as the event is set up in app, you will have control over your stall if you're a stall holder. And we're going to have a tick box thing. So it'll be, what do you have for sale? And you'll be able to tick, I have all crafted candles, for example, which some people want to sell on their doorstep. Fine. We would have no interest in that. So we can take that off our route because we'll be able to see that information in advance. And there'll be then a tick box thing. So do you have vinyl? Do you have video games? Do you have this, that, and the other? So you can be able to route plan around what people are offering.
Julie says that if we're looking for a dog that doesn't molt, a Bichon Frise are nice dogs, or a poodle, depends what size of dog you're looking for.
What's that there? Be good if the app sent a notification to the potential sellers just before the jumble start time to confirm if they have. Yes, that's been talked about, because sometimes you might, as an organizer, set one up 2 months in advance to have time to get the word out there and attract stall holders. People forget that they've signed up to these things. So the plan's going to be, there'll be a kind of schedule of notifications. So a couple of weeks in advance, don't forget you've signed up to have a stall on Saturday, the 5th of August or whatever it might be. A week in advance, get ready. Have you got everything planned? You're having a stall here. Reminder, day before, be ready at 10 a.m. because that's when the event starts, blah, blah, blah.
Most poodle breeds are good for allergies. Terra Picker says the Chinese crested dog is hairless.
Hairless?
Poor thing.
Wow. Chinese crested dog?
I didn't press anything. This is what happened with Mel. I was going through all I was doing was scrolling in the chat. Didn't press any buttons. Didn't do anything. Just fell out.
You were the only one touching the computer.
I didn't press anything. I haven't been doing anything different to what I've been doing the entire chat. All I was doing was looking through the chat on the side.
That's frustrating then, Teresa. I think what you'll find is there are an awful lot of people reselling stuff on eBay in council houses. They just don't tell them. But obviously, I'm not recommending you do that. But that's frustrating. Because it's no different to an average council tenant reselling their own stuff, unless you're stacking it high and filling your house with stuff. And I can understand why they would have an issue with that.
They're probably misunderstanding and thinking that you're going to have people come in and go into your house when that's not the case, is it?
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this more info coming in about these Chinese crested dogs? Usually have hair on their ears and tail. Oh,
I think I might have seen them before.
Yeah, Julie's confirming you're not allowed to run a business from a council house. You'd have to get some off-site storage then, wouldn't you, to get around that, I guess.
I think Julie says you can't run a business from
I just highlighted it. Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading other ones as well.
I always have that problem with Treasure Pirate. Don't know why. Magic in the air. What, the stream just going?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Does Heather have that problem? Okay, right. I think we're probably going to wrap up shortly. Yorkshire Terriers don't shed.
I don't know. We had a Yorkshire Terrier when I was growing up. I can't really remember.
Yeah, it's another good point. Not everyone has the ability to drive to a boot sale, so setting up on your doorstep adds a whole bunch of people who don't have access to that sort of way of selling. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So Cocker Spaniels are lovely small dogs. I'd recommend one. I used to have one, loved it dearly. Lovely dogs they are. Yeah, there is I can't remember what it's called. I think it's just Spaniel Aid. Yeah, I've been looking on Spaniel Aid. So I don't know. Possibly a spaniel.
Oh, Antoinette has a cockapoo. Basset hound. Oh, that's not Basset hound. Hold on. Basset hound. Oh, there's more info coming in about the council houses. Hold on. Yeah, you can be self-employed like a window cleaner, for example, and work from home, but you can't work from within a council house as a business. Yeah, thinking about that, my father was a self-employed landscape gardener, but his trade was operated outside the house. So he only did paperwork and stuff at home, which was seemingly acceptable. So it's about having stock and stuff in the house then, I guess. But I'm sure a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. It is 20 to 10.
Right.
In our time.
Yes.
So I think we need to wrap up.
Hope you enjoyed that. I know we didn't have a great deal of interesting stock to share.
Yeah. But if there is anything that you see that you like the look of and think you might like to buy it, then yeah, give us a message, because it will be ages before we actually list it, knowing us.
There's a great app called Borrow My Doggy.
Oh,
is
yeah,
there?
I've seen that. Ellen was talking about maybe signing up for it. And
but then you have to give them back. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, thank you for your feedback on the app. Actually, that was quite an interesting discussion, and I know we've kind of sailed past the date we were hoping to get it launched, and we're only just about ready to start testing. We've never developed an app. We had no idea how complicated this was, and then we've thrown so much more functionality at it since the initial concept. No wonder it's taking longer. It is happening. So I know a lot of people are waiting for it. We are just as excited to use this thing as you. I wish it was out now. It's happening. So thank you for your patience if you're waiting to use it. I'm going to put a video out soon asking for information about boot sales. So please get involved with that. If you would like to, that would be really helpful. And until then, we're going to leave on a word of wisdom. So chuck some of your words of wisdom in the chat.
Rich just said he sent you a message on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I think you've mentioned that before, Rich. Yes.
Golden doodles make great pets.
Golden doodles? Okay, so throw us some words of wisdom. Andrea can pick one to leave us on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've just got that message come in, Rich. Yes, healing paws. Yeah, you've mentioned that to me before.
Okay.
I think they're from dogs from Greece, I think you were saying. Okay. Never bet on a three-legged horse in a race. Tie your shoelaces or you'll trip up. Okay. You'll never walk alone. Okay. Anything that you fancy leaving these people on?
This one.
What?
Happy days are here again.
Okay, there you go. You heard it here first. Or don't cover the seagull yet. If you want to understand that reference, you need to go to Lainey Reacts, which is her reaction channel. Okay, thank you for joining us. Thanks for putting up with our endless waffle. I need to go to bed. I'm so exhausted. It's beyond belief. Okay, we're done?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Yeah, have a good week.
We'll speak to you soon.